Okay, so today we are going to continue reading our book, Eye to Eye, How Animals See the World. But really fast, I just wanted to talk to you that tomorrow you are going to have Unit 4 tests. So we are going to be done with nonfiction tomorrow. And then on Thursday, you will have a test over nonfiction. Many of you completed your Think Up for this week on Monday, and you rocked it. Like, those grades were incredible. So you know what you're doing, and you're doing a great job. So when you do that test on Thursday, I want you to take your time. I want you to use the pen on Cami, mark out keywords if you need to, circle keywords if you need to, write down what you think it means. Use the online dictionary. If you don't know what that means, then just Google online dictionary. If you don't know what a word is, type it in that dictionary so that you can figure it out. Don't just guess. Use the dictionary. It's a free cheat sheet. Okay, now I'm over that. So let's talk about eyes to eye. So today we're going to start at pinhole eye. A pinhole eye. So we know that that is the heading, and that is going to give me the information about this section. Animals, much like the nautilus, have been around for 5 million years. Its pinhole eyes can discern objects and other animals, but only if they are large or very close. These eyes have no lens, so water flows in and out of the nautilus pupils. How many eyes? The Atlantic-based scallop is also known as the blue-eyed scallop. Its 2 rows of blue eyeballs are sensitive to movement as well as light, allowing the scallop to snap shut when danger threatens. The number of eyes can vary. One scallop was found to have 111 eyeballs. That's crazy. And I like how the author gave me this picture right here because it really shows me how the eyes are, because I can't imagine something have a bunch of eyes. Like, all I imagine is a bunch of circles everywhere. But using this picture, it really helps me visualize what that looks like and not just what I think it might look like. The biggest eye. The eyes of the colossal squid are each the size of a basketball, the largest eye of any animal. The deep ocean waters where this squid lives are completely dark. Its huge eyes, however, can detect the faint glow of tiny bioluminescent creatures when they are distributed by an approaching sperm whale, the squid's arch enemy. So we can conclude that the colossal squid has some pretty good eyesight, that they can detect just the smallest of faint glow, and they can detect it. So their eyes are very, very sensitive. Moving target. The bullfrog doesn't appear to see things that aren't moving. It eats insects, but face to face with a motionless fly, it will starve to death. The frog's eyes also help it swallow its prey. They press downward through openings in its skull, forcing food down its throat. So we can infer that the frog's eyes have multiple uses. Size matters. As soon as a stalk-eyed fly hatches, it begins to pump air into a pair of stalks sprouting from its head. The stalks, each with a compound eye at the end, grow and some more, and soon become fixed in place. 2 males compete for a female's attention by comparing stalks. The fly with the longer pair usually wins. Seeing the invisible. The blue mountain swallowtail butterfly can see most of the colors that we see, as well as some that we can't. Its compound eyes are sensitive to ultraviolet light, high-frequency light that is invisible to us. So maybe I didn't know what ultraviolet light is, but as soon as I read it, it told me what that meant. Many flowers attract butterflies by displaying stripes and patterns visible to only in ultraviolet light. The insect's eyes also provide a wide field of vision, allowing it to see in nearly a full circle. You're getting warmer. A pair of heat-sensing organs on the face of the green pit viper can see the body heat of a bird or mammal. Radiant heat or inferred radiation is really just a kind of light that humans can't see. These organs, or pits, are not eyes in the normal sense, but with them the snake can form an image of its warm-bodied prey in what would perceive as a complete darkness. So I can infer that the green pit viper has a very distinct eye compared to us. So, I could keep reading forever and ever about all the different kinds of eyes and how they're different and how they're unique. But I want to talk about the purpose. Like, if I asked you the question, why do you think the author wrote this book? What was his purpose? What would you say? Remember, I asked you this yesterday. Do you think he was trying to just entertain me with different kinds of eyes? No. Do you think he was trying to persuade me to be a scientist about eyeballs? No. Do you think he was trying to explain to me or teach me that there's different kinds of animal eyes in the way animals use their eyes? Yes. I don't think he was trying to persuade or entertain, but I do think he was trying to teach or give me information about how animals have different eyes and how they use those special things. Now, let's talk about the author's message. What did the author want me to understand about this story? Like, what was the big idea of this story? So we don't want to use detail. Like, we don't want to say, well, it was about animals with big eyes. Well, that's not true. And we learned lots of facts. So we have to be careful that we don't say the message was about the facts that we learned. But the bigger part is about the importance and uniqueness of animal eyes and how they work, the function of them. So the big idea that I think the author wanted me to understand or to learn from this is that there's many different kinds of eyes and they all have different functionalities. They all work differently. So, and then if we had to write a summary of this book, like I would not want to write like the pinhole eye or the, what did they call the green viper eye? I can't remember, like something that does warm stuff. I wouldn't want to put that in my summary. I would be more of like, the history of this book tells me the history of eyes, of different animals, how each eye works, and its purpose. And so I definitely wouldn't want it to like just talk about one of the eyes. I would want to just give the overall main idea, big idea about it all. Okay?